everyone. Today I'm going to talk about transporting cells. What is transporting cells? Oh no, all transporting cells need to pass through a cell membrane. That means a cell membrane controls the transport. Okay, and what we need is transport because we want to make the homeostasis. What is homeostasis? Homeostasis is like when you are very cold, you are shiver, and you are very hot, you sweat. The homeostasis actually means that to maintain the cell's internal environment. And what is a membrane made of? The membrane is made of double layer of phospholipid, and it is semi-permeable. That means only some molecule can get through. The double layer of a phospholipid is called a phospholipid bilayer. Now see, this is a single phospholipid molecule. Now see, this one, it has one head and two tails. And the head is made of glycerol, and the tail is made of fatty acid. The head is water-loving, the tail is water-fearing. Now see, and now we can see this picture. The head is in the outside, and the tail is in the middle. Okay, passive transport and active transport. Well, there are two kinds of passive transport: diffusion and simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. And active transport that need ATP, I'll talk about later. So what is passive transport? First, passive transport, that means that they don't need any energy to move the molecule. Okay, and it's from a high concentration to low concentration. Okay, and it includes diffusion and osmosis. What is diffusion? Diffusion is the movement, like some things that from higher concentration to lower concentration, like this picture. First, you throw something in it, and it gets bigger and bigger until it's equilibrium. Equilibrium, they have the same concentration in both sides. That is called equilibrium. They want to find. And what's simple diffusion? Diffusion is one to simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. What is simple diffusion first? Well, simple diffusion that don't need any channel protein or carrier protein. Water, carbon dioxide, and the oxygen and fat soluble things are molecules that can pass in the simple diffusion. So the more different are the concentration between both sides, the faster the simple diffusion will be. It just be very fast. What's a facilitated diffusion? Facilitated diffusion that they need a channel protein or a carrier protein. What is channel protein? Well, channel protein helps some molecule like water, and carrier protein helps some molecule like glucose or amino acid move. Okay, and each channel or carrier protein can only recognize one substance. Like this channel is for the amino acid, but the glucose just come, they won't. Okay, then allow them to move. Simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. Now we can see this picture. It's more different the concentration between both sides. The simple diffusion will go very fast, but the facilitated diffusion won't. Because the channel protein or carrier protein can only allow maybe 100 molecules at one time, but now there's a lot. The concentration is the concentration is a lot of different. It's different. So, but they still can only allow 100 at one time. So just 100, 100, 100. But so they won't be faster. They're still just 100, 100, 100. And what is active transport? Well, active transport that need energy that's called ATP to pump. They need that only carrier protein, and from a high concentration to low concentration is very fast, but or lower concentration to high concentration, which is slower. And what is osmosis? Osmosis is like a water's diffusion. It can have a hypertonic, isotonic, and hypotonic. What is hypotonic solution? Hypotonic solution is a concentration outside less than inside. So the water amount outside is greater than inside. So the water moves in the cell, animal cell will burst. And the plant cell have a cell wall, so it won't burst. It will just trigger. What is hypertonic solution? Hypertonic solution is a concentration outside greater than inside, but the water amount outside is less than inside. And the water moves out of cell, the animal cell will shrink. Plant cell have a cell wall, just they won't shrink, but the cell membrane and the cell wall will separate. What is isotonic solution? Isotonic solution is a concentration outside equal to inside. The water amount outside is equal to inside too. The water move in and out equally, but it just looks like they won't shrink or just burst. And hypotonic and hypertonic. Now we see when there is a lot of salt in the right side and only in the left or just in one side, and the other side has a lot of salt and one side have only a little salt. So now we see the part of that have only a little salt is the hypotonic. And part that have a lot of salt will have a hypertonic. Okay. So now we see then they just all fall to layer, and then now we can see this picture. It looks like this and become an isotonic solution. But one become very tall, one become very short. Now how do you see animals won't shrinking in the water, salt water? Because they eat a lot of salt and release some water. And when they need the salt, they will just release it, so they won't shrink. Thank you.